why you want to clean your headlights. Have you ever wanted to clean your headlights? That's really interesting concept if we're gonna think about this. In the whole spectrum of the project I'm doing right now, and the car isn't expensive, but it's cool. All the Alfa Romeo lovers will gonna write essays about the most beautiful car ever, and it's Alfa Romeo GT. But I could also own Porsche with beautiful headlights, the ones I don't need to polish and fix and clean and put lacquer on. But in some way I got myself a project, a broken car, and this car needs loads of attention. This is important word. Loads of attention, loads of fixing, loads of love. Some people with the passion for cars would say like, this is, you give love to your car, and then your car will give back in like 2 years, because that's usually the timeline of those projects. My girlfriend introduced me to this concept, which kind of knew before, but when you read this amazing book with wisdom, or someone who's gonna tell you something amazing or something very important, you tend to forget. That for me was a bit like a wake-up call when she said, listen, Blue and Zach Bush had amazing podcast, and Zach in this podcast actually talked about a concept of wounded masculine energy. So we all have our feminine and our masculine energy within us. So if you're a woman, if you're a man, you have both. And I'm not gonna go into the details here. Why is it like that? Maybe that's another video, or just, go to Blue's channel with all the podcasts, or to Aubrey Marcus. Those guys are non-stop talking about this concept. But yeah, let's come back to it. What Zach was saying, that when you come from a wounded self into this world and into creation, because everything what we do is our creation in this planet, in your life, what work you have, what partners you have, what friends you have, what you do when you get up from the bed. When the creation happens from the wounded part of yourself, in this case we're going to talk about wounded masculine energy, because here it's interesting how usually for the man it will going to end up with the project. So they go on and they start fixing cars. Those lads would be like, man, those headlights, I don't like my foggy headlights. I'm gonna just like take it out in front of my house. I'm not gonna go to the mechanic. I'm gonna do it myself. And I'm gonna put I'm gonna use the sandpaper. First you go with 600, 800, 1500. Then, you finish on 2200. You have nice, beautiful surface. And then you put the lacquer on it. And it's as new. And I feel so good with myself that I did this. But is that not some kind of escape from the true life I'm supposed to live? So obviously I will be still going with fixing Alfa Romeo, and I'm more going on the angle of balance here, that still go on guys, let's do those projects. But more and more I kind of realize that even in my life I do things from this wounded part of me. And I was starting loads of weird projects. One of them was building a shed, trying to build the shed on the back of my garden without my landlord knowing about this, because I just built small shed. It was like 4x4 shed made of pallets. I went to my friend's bike shop to get 34 pallets. Then I was ripping them apart and trying to build this shed. It didn't work. It fell apart. Or maybe, hey, no, I wasn't so bad with building it, but I had loads of challenges while doing it. I felt like crap. I felt like in some way I'm kind of trying to do something, but it was without the roots. It was without the reasoning, like why you're building something in the house you're renting. but part of me really wanted to create stuff, to do something with my hands. I had this huge healing, not maybe not not healing, but I had this huge feeling inside of me, pushing me to do something with my hands, to fix the bicycle, fix the car. Constantly my hands were like, oh yeah, get this broken bicycle, because I also do loads of stuff with the bikes, and get this broken bicycle and then put it together, and then there's some kind of business in it, so I was able to sell it and make money on it. There was also justification for that. I'm making money on it. It's actually a good deal. But then when I counted the hours which usually would took me to fix up the bike, yeah, maybe that was 400 euros in my pocket. But man, that took few days to fix up this bike. And even if I would be working in some cafe on minimum wage, I would probably make the same amount of money. Although the feeling of achievement in me and feeling that I was able to do something with my hands myself was amazing. And there is a part of this amazing gift in this what you do and create. If you're listening to this video, I would not stop you on taking on any projects, like get yourself a broken car and start fixing it. But if you come at this from the wrong reason, or you fully don't understand your motivation, it will become a black hole. It will become a place where you lose your energy, you lose your money, and you lose yourself into those physical things, which at the end, they really are not this what life is about. And in the podcast again, Zach was saying about working with elderly people, working with people who are on the last days of before they were gonna departure to whatever we go after dying, and they all were talking about friends, loved ones, the things they did, where they went, where they traveled. No one was talking about this, how much money they have, or how much money they earned, or what a beautiful deal they did when they bought this and they sold this and they, managed to, cash in and build this huge house. Everybody were talking about connection between the people. The real thing, and the nature, the time they spend with the nature, around the trees, walking on the side of the beautiful stream, going to the seaside and just absorbing this. And I feel like we are already born here, and so many beautiful things, it just happening around us every day. And then it's just enough to be and experience this and live fully from this experience. That already works like magnet. If people see you doing this stuff, it's like, what's wrong with this dude? He's always happy, or he's like, hey, 2023 economy will collapse, the war is happening, the nukes, crazy Putin, crazy this, crazy that. In some way, when you can detach from all those worries and keep inside of you this flame of happiness from all those small things and appreciation for it, then probably you will know to have the balance with the question of, do I really want to clean my headlights and put lacquer on it? For the end, I know the video goes now for a bit, but that really brings me back to the time when I was 20 years old, back in Poland. I was working in this huge service place for like diggers and all these heavy machines. So they were like fixing the hydraulics in it. And, those machines were coming into the place. They were taking out the pumps, all the, it's, in a way, it's so beautiful when you see those pieces and there is oil everywhere, and it's like this ultimate blood, and you look at those machines and you understand that they are kind of like a copy in some way of human body, but everywhere is liquid, and those pumps pushing and pulling, and all those guys working there, 40 people, 2 workshops. Someone is doing washers, someone is fixing this, someone is testing the pumps. Everybody were drinking there, heavily drinking alcohol. And they all were telling me one thing: man, I love my kids, but fucking hate my wife. And I was already like, so like, what's wrong here? There's 40 people, they all have problem with alcohol, they all unhappy, they all have wrong relationship with the woman they are with. It's pretty fucked up, not the experience, but I would say like the example they gave to me. And only after years I kind of tune into it and understand this wounded masculine again, going through the stuff they do, and or the way how they live. And interesting was that this wounded self among those 40 people was very much placed in technical place, machines, oils, big diggers. I will change the planet, I will build bigger house, I will build the roads, we need more roads, we need the bridges, we need to, do stuff. And all those machines, when you drive your car and when you give it to the service, you probably never would gonna see the mess behind, the oils, all the liquids the engine needs, how often you replace that, and so on. It's actually mess. Where all this oil goes, like in the workshop where I was working, many times it was going straight into the soil when the workshop was going on, where they were fixing those machines. They really didn't care about the environment. And for me, when I was talking to my partner about the wounded masculine, wow, that was this flashback of how those men were unhappy in the life they were, going on in, and how this unhappiness was really translating to the stuff they do. So yeah, this is kind of my that was on my mind for a few days now. I was really contemplating this and thinking, is it actually okay that I'm fixing up this car? Maybe I should just like stop. There are other things I should pursue. I'm a part of, my YouTube channel and so on. I do so much other work. Posing this question, pausing my life for a moment and posing these questions that like, hey, where are the scripts you want to work on, or where are the people you want to go on and do another project or music video or whatever else? Is this car taking too much? And honestly, I think it does take too much, but I still love it. So there is this part of the passion and love for it. But now I gave end for the project. So I don't want my YouTube channel to be like, hey, this is Sławek, I'm a mechanic and I'm gonna show you how to fix stuff. Like, just go somewhere else. I'll never show you how to fix stuff. I'll rather show you how to break stuff, and then together with you, I'll be looking somewhere online to find a way how to fix it. But there will be end for Alfa Romeo, obviously end where I'm driving it and I'm happy and enjoying the experience of owning this car for some period of my time before the electric cars were gonna take over everything and Elon Musk were gonna fully electrify our lives. But for now, I had a bit of step back and really trying to bring balance to my project. If that resonates with you, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about that. And yeah, maybe that we're gonna also give you some reconsideration for your own projects and where you are with life and in life right now. So yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video. Bye.